Hey everyone, this is a pre-recorded video. Today we're going to do the apothecary sign up here at the top. We do have these awesome apothecary pieces down here at the bottom, and we do have some surfaces that go right along with it. And you can buy this in a digital file and make it with vinyl or wood. We're going to use the 6x18 box frame. We're going to do the white side. And we're going to do it in black velvet. This is going to look super awesome. So really quickly, we are going to want to wax the surface because this is porous and it is wood. So you definitely want to make sure that you are waxing the surface. I always use the side that doesn't have the tag to put the wax on. Ooh, we don't want that much wax. Not that much wax. And then I buff this in using that side and going with the grain of the wood. Our box frames are awesome because they will sit up by themselves like the one behind me. Or you can put them on a shelf. You can hang them on the wall. You can put hooks on them. Just remember that it is double-sided. So if you want to make it a double-sided, you're not going to want to put hooks on it. But it will sit up just like that. Or let this kind of just sit in, let it absorb, and then we'll fuzz this transfer, and then we'll buff this out. So we're going to set this off to the side for just a second. Our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times, sometimes more, but Chalkology is 8 to 12 uses. You want to keep your packaging and your backer sheet because they are reusable, and the backer sheet or the packaging tells you all of the care instructions. Now, you can see that this back side is glossy. Well, so is the front side. So what you want to do is you're going to want to label that back side somehow. Either like what I do with the marker, and I use like the marker pens to do it, or you're going to want to put like a piece of tape or something because you don't want that to go onto the wrong side of the backer sheet and then it will be ruined. Also, if you run in the back, you can also keep track of how many times you've used it. So there is that as well. Set that down there. So we have this really cool transfer, and we're going to run on the back. Oh my goodness. Apothecary, and then I always do top and a dash mark. So I know exactly where the top is, where it's got to go. Now, some of them are easier than others because some of them you actually are going to cut them on an angle. So you're going to know exactly how they go back on that backer sheet. So this has got a lot of silk screen, so it's not going to take as much to fuzz this. Flip it around, kind of pull it on an angle just to kind of give it a little bit extra attaching to those fibers of the fuzzing cloth. Alright, I'm going to put that backer sheet down there. We are going to leave this sticky side up. We're going to grab our surface and then we're going to buff all that wax. So you're going to want to take the side. I always use the side that's got the tag so I know. And you're just going to kind of rub it back over. Let me move you guys down so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Alright. The apothecary fits on this perfectly. And with the black velvet, it's super cool. Now you could go back over top of this with glow in the dark. That would be awesome. Or maybe you just want apothecary written in the glow in the dark. Our glow in the dark paste is super cool as well. So we are going to use black velvet. We grab about a small squeegee. I'm going to grab some of that paste. You're going to start just off that silk screen. I always pull it toward me so I know kind of where it's going, where I gotta put it. You just want to make sure you're covering that silk screen and pulling it through. Now if you have extra on the silk screen, go ahead and just grab it with the squeegee and kind of pull it through, moving it around the whole transfer. You're probably going to have to re-dip a couple times on these bigger transfers But you can see how much I've done in just that little bit that I had on my squeegee. You definitely just want to just kind of work it across. You want to work relatively quick with our paste because it will dry pretty quickly in the silk screen. So if you are doing something bigger, you might want to do the pull and chalk method where you're going to pull up what you've already done. But we're going to do this fast enough that we're not going to have to do that. We are just going to pull it, covering that silk screen, pulling all the extra through. You just want to make sure you're not leaving lines, because lines, they will show up because it is a silk screen stencil, and you just want to make sure you're not leaving the lines. Now if your squeegee is still leaving lines, pull all of that squeegee, all that stuff back off the squeegee and just kind of go back over top. Right there. So we are going to use our detail tool to lift this back up because this is kind of tight in here. You never want to pull from the corner. You're going to do a bigger one, kind of go like that, or pull from the center. That turned out beautiful. I'm going to wash my fingers because I just noticed I have paste all over. That is super cool. I love that. Let's close up our paste jar and then we will dry it. And I'll lift this up so you guys can see. So your paste will go from a glossy finish to a matte finish, and that's how you know it's dry. It takes a little bit, but not a lot. The quick dry tool works really, really well. If you don't have the quick dry tool, I will add it to the cartlink, but you can always use a hair dryer or like let it air dry. You can do that. Just an FYI. This would look really cool, like in a Halloween party, of course. Super cool. You just want to make sure it's completely dry. Alright, I'm going to move this up so you guys can see. I'm going to put the cover back on that detail tool there. Alright. And there is the apothecary. How cool is that? I love the detail on this. I think it's super cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for your support. If you are not a Chalk Couture designer, please click that SHARE button. Spread the love for me. If you want to know more about what I do, you can go visit my Chalk site. There will be a link on how to do all of this up in the description of this video. Also, if you want to save on shipping, I recommend that you join Club Couture. It is our exclusive subscription box, which is just amazing. You get special promos for being in the club. There's so many perks and promos for club members only. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.